Guys, today we're going to be talking about a sustainable method you can put in place to make sure you're consistent with your habits, and it's all about small wins. So this is something known as the fishbowl method, and this is something that I created and I've used with prior clients that has helped them really track their progress and really kind of gain some progression, some motivation to keep on moving forward. And this really does tie down into our habits, which we've covered before, of course, going through this presentation. And so through that, you guys have probably understood the reward system and immediate gratification, right? And a lot of times, immediate gratification can get in the way of creating good habits because a lot of times the delayed gratification of our long-term, what we want to become, is far more important, and it's super easy to want to have things now. And so using the small win technique through the fishbowl method can actually help you feel pleasure throughout the process. And anytime you guys know, when we gain pleasure, our brain actually creates circuits and it takes note of that reward. So basically, small wins or small rewards that then become habits, and we do this through repetition. And so a small win is a concrete, complete, implemented outcome of moderate importance. By itself, one small win may seem unimportant, right? A series of wins at small but significant tasks, however, reveals a pattern that may attract allies, deter opponents, and lower resistance in subsequent proposals. Why small wins? Celebrating small wins is an important way to track incremental achievements and work toward much larger goals, right, to that long-term becoming that version of yourself at that hilltop, what I like to call the 2.0 version of yourself. Plus, it makes you feel good more often, which is very, very important to stick to habits. Again, feeling that pleasure, obtaining that pleasure. Our body, our brain is constantly searching our environments for rewards, okay? So we want to make sure that our rewards are these small wins that's going to help us stay consistent. When we accomplish something, it activates the reward center of our brains, allowing us to feel a sense of pride, right? Specifically, the neurochemical dopamine is released and energizes us with feel-good emotions. This chemical helps you to experience the feeling of getting rewarded and can hook you on wanting to achieve even more. Obviously, you guys know from the habit modules, dopamine is released anytime we anticipate. The key thing is anticipate a reward. And that reward is often the feeling, right? So anytime that we're smoking a cigarette, we really are trying to fill our desired state of reduce stress, right? Reduce anxiety. We're smoking that cigarette because we want to feel that feeling. That's the reward we're trying to obtain. Anytime we look at the cigarette, it's a cue and it's an anticipation of that feeling. So that's the reason why we act on that. So the way we do this, guys, and this is the fishbowl method, is in your morning routine, you're going to write down 3 to 5 tasks. It does not have to be related to fitness. It's anything that you need to get in the day that's most important for the day to be a win. It's like a game. If you guys achieve 3 to 5 tasks, 3 to 5, you're going to then mark that check mark in your calendar, or in this case, you're going to move a marble to a fishbowl. Okay, this is a very good way to track those pleasurable things we're trying to achieve. Okay, so that's all you're going to do. The fishbowl method is simply taking marbles. Anytime you guys achieve a task that is in alignment for the day to be a win, you're going to move 1 marble to the fishbowl. Anytime that you do not complete a task, you're going to take 1 marble out. Anytime that you're doing something that's not in alignment with your goals, you're going to take that marble out. Those things could be overeating. Those things could be related to your fitness journey. So anytime you do a task correct, anytime it's in alignment with your goals, put a marble into that fishbowl. Anytime you're doing something that's not in alignment to your goals and it's repeating, you want to make sure that you're taking the marble outside of the fishbowl like so. The reason why this works so well, guys, is that as soon as you guys see your fishbowl, which is going to be in a visible environment, you're going to be able to see these marbles stack up. It's going to be very motivating for you to see the fishbowl start to rise, the level of marbles coming inside the fishbowl. But it's also going to be a way you can link massive pleasure to doing things incrementally that are going to actually conform into a habit that's sustainable. The reason why we want to take the marbles out of the fishbowl is that way we can have these feeling of pain. As you guys know, we do everything based off pleasure and pain. As soon as we start to feel pain, we want to avoid that situation. We want to avoid whatever we're doing. So by taking out a marble out of the fishbowl, it's going to help you guys see that what you're doing is not in alignment with your goals. You're going to link pain to that. So therefore, you're going to want to, actually be able to put your marble back into that fishbowl, link that action to pleasure, create these long-term habits that are going to be sustainable and align with your goals. This is a great tool to use for you guys to see massive success in this. Let's track your small wins moving forward. So my only task for you guys is to go on Amazon, get a fishbowl, get a ton of marbles. Let's start implementing this. This is something that I'll be on you guys about in Voxer, so that way you guys can start utilizing this technique to get you closer to your 2.0 version of yourself. Let's go.